Hey guys, TG here, behalf of Mako Sports, and today I'm going to review the STX Surgeon 500. So as you can see, the STX Surgeon 500 has a very tight face shape with a moderately high flare point. It's going to give you a lot of ball control and also really good natural accuracy. Now with it being so tight, it might be a little bit harder for somebody to catch, and also the head is X6 spec, so that means it is legal for college only. So for the scoop on the Surgeon 500, I like to say it's the best scoop in the game, mostly because the scoop is very pointed. As you can see, it has that drop V shape, like on a lot of heads in previous history of lacrosse. So it's going to give you a really nice natural accuracy, because the ball is always going to want to go down the deepest part of the head. But at the same time, it makes it really difficult to get ground balls, because the scoop is so aggressive. So it's not the greatest for getting ground balls on the run, and also I really didn't enjoy it too much for getting ground balls on natural grass, but on turf it was alright. So the head has a very nice two-strut saddle design. It's pretty aggressive, as you can see, just like the Nike CEO. It keeps the head pretty stiff, very stiff down here in the throat, which is important to keep it legal for college players, but it gets a little bit more flexible at the top, which can be nice for shooting. So just like the Nike CEO, the Surgeon 500 has a very minimal offset. As you can see, the kick point is pretty low, similar to a Warrior head, but it still stays very minimal. It's going to give you really quick and smooth release. And one of my favorite parts about this head is the throat, because it is really cool looking. It has a very aggressive design, as you can see with these two very tiny leather slits that aren't going to be big enough. It's got 3 cutouts on 3 different sides of the head, as you can see, to reduce weight. And also, a nice feature, it has 2 screw holes, which is going to help reduce head wobble. So the STX Surgeon 500 has 6 well-sized and well-spaced top string holes. They're going to be big enough for leathers, and overall they are great. They have a really cool looking shape, as you can see. Also, it has 4 very large and well-sized, well-spaced bottom string holes that are also going to be big enough for leathers. It has 14 saddle holes, which doesn't seem like a lot in today's game, but they are spaced out pretty well, and also they are pretty large. Also, the top 4 saddle holes are enlarged to help when you're starting off your stringing. Overall, stringing this head was very easy, especially for an X6 head. Sometimes they can be a little bit tough to string because there isn't as much space in the top part of the section, so you get a softer top string. So this one strung up pretty well, very similar to an X-Spec head. With the solid offset and bottom rail placement, it really pushes more for that mid pocket, which, as you can see, I strung up in this head very nicely. It is strung with STX memory mesh, which we will have a review out soon. Also, it has 2 shooters and a stacked nylon, which gives it very smooth and stacked release that a lot of attackmen would like. And also, it has a very nice channel. These X6 heads really aid in creating a channel because they are a little bit narrower. Also, with the head being so aggressive with its face shape, it really just helps cater to that tight channel. So the STX Surgeon 500 comes in at 5.2 ounces, which is pretty light for a lacrosse head. It's a nice average weight. It's not the lightest on the market, but it's definitely not the heaviest. So the main feature of this head is the ACP plastic, which stands for All Climate Performance. So it's really just a high-end plastic that's going to help keep the head from getting soft in the heat and getting too hard or too brittle in the cold. Now, I did use it a lot in the heat. I didn't get the chance to use it in the cold, but in the heat it was great. It stayed very stiff. So for heat it's excellent. Not too sure about how it is in the cold though. So if you do play in a warmer weather environment, or you play down south or out in the west coast, the Surgeon 500 is going to stay nice and stiff in that warmer weather. Now, while the Surgeon 500 has a very nice face shape, it is extremely stiff, so therefore I would not recommend this to face-off guys unless you do lasers and jams. Other than that, I would definitely not recommend this head for a face-off guy. So personally, I would only recommend the Surgeon 500 to attackmen and offensive midfielders. I think if the scoop was a little bit better, a little bit more relaxed to allow for ease of getting around balls, I would definitely recommend it for really all positions on the field except for face-off guys. So that's really the only complaint. If the scoop was better, then you can definitely use this at any position you wanted to. So I think it works really well for attackmen, both shooters and inside finishers, just like Lil Manny. Also work very well for an offensive midfielder that likes to dodge and shoot on the run. So this face shape is really just going to help with your ball retention and push for a more high-powered offense. So overall, the STX Surgeon 500 is an excellent head, especially for offensive players. Right now, you can pick the head up for $70, which is an excellent deal right now. So if you can pick it up for $70, I would definitely recommend the STX Surgeon 500. So guys, if you enjoyed the review of the STX Surgeon 500, be sure to like the video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and thanks for watching.